Welcome back to the channel, you guys. So my audience out there, those of you that own a Hitachi Pentora 150, that's what I have on the lift right now. Now I get a lot of emails and a lot of comments regarding diagnostic issues, etc. And this is here right now. It was in here for a service and we completed the service. Now I thought I'd throw you guys out some tips, some diagnostic tips, what we found wrong. Now for some reason, this early on with the new year here, we've been receiving a lot of ATVs that just been sitting outside for a long time. Not the best way to upkeep your ATV. So we're going to throw you out some tips of what we found. Perhaps this could help you guys out in the future if you own one of these or similar ATVs. Now they all have the GY6 150 motor on it. This is fully automatic. One motor. They use a lot of these motors in the scooters as well. This has the gearbox in the back over here. So there's oil in here. Then you have the engine over here. Then of course the carburetor. Now this particular one, again, it was brought here because it sat for a while. As you can see, it sat outside and the sun just tortured it. And then it sat outside in the northern Nevada elements, you know, you're talking about snow, sun, as you can see. So it faded out the plastics quite a bit. And what that does as well, when they sit for a long time, particularly outside, you guys, now keep in mind, you know, it's not a Polaris, it's not a Honda, it's not a Yamaha. You're not spending 7, 8, 9,000. So everything on it, like part-wise, switch-wise, they're not, you know, the best, highest quality sealed from the weather elements. And, you know, even sometimes with the bigger brands, they have issues as well if you're sitting just outside and you're not covered, not winterized, etc. So what we found, now this was sitting outside. Again, it's the Hitachi Pentora 150. And, of course, brought here. So we do a full service, of course, you know, spark plug, fuel filter, engine oil. This has the gearbox, so we replace the gearbox, nuts and bolts, chain, checking, you know, the control arms, cotter pins on it as well, give it an alignment as well. And of course we had to blow it out. It was sitting outside, so it was had a lot of cobwebs, a lot of dirt on it. But the weather elements can take a toll on your ATV. So this did not start. It needed a brand new battery, which we did over here. And after that, it would not start even with the new battery. So we have to do some diagnostic on it and see why it's not starting. So we found, of course, again, this was sitting outside and only has probably about, as you can see, the tires are still in fairly good condition, probably just a few hours on it. So this was defective here. Now this is due to generally because it was sitting outside. These aren't sealed, so it got a bit corrosive in there. So we had to replace the switch up here. So again, this is for you guys out there that own these or want to buy one of these, and if they sat for a while, give you a little idea what to look for. So we had to replace the switch over here on this side here, and then the carburetor, of course. So it had a lot of old gas on it, and you probably heard of that phase separation on gasoline. So it turned into varnish, you guys. So instead of, you know, you're not going to spend time cleaning it and all that. So we replaced it with a brand new carburetor. Of course, they have the electric choke on there. Install it, and when you install it, it's still, you know, it takes time to tune it, get it just right with the idle and mixture and so forth. And cleaned out the air filter, of course, the air filter area. Some of you that you choose to, you can remove this air filter and just put a Uni or K&N filter straight direct onto your carburetor. That's a choice of yours. It allows it to breathe a little bit easier, just like clearing up your nostrils. And, you know, we've gone through the entire ATV. So once we did replace, going back to this, once we did replace this, we're able to get power throughout the ATV. And we had the new battery in there and starter up, etc. We had to flush the tank. Of course, you never want to start your ATV with a brand new carburetor. When you install a brand new carburetor, put a brand new fuel filter in it, as well as when you're in a situation like this with old gas, flush it out, clean it out, put some brand new gas. We always recommend using 91 on it. So we had some brand new gas in here. So we drained it, flushed it out, cleaned it out, new carburetor. Had to, otherwise it just won't even kick over without a brand new carburetor once we did replace the switches. So I mean, bad news. You don't want to waste time, particularly at having it serviced. So we got that in, switch, battery, this, just jump to that right away. And we're pretty much good to go. We did replace the parking lock over here. Just from being outside for so long, the parking lock would not function properly. This is an inexpensive fix over here. The part itself is not expensive. Well, just always keep in mind when you're buying these off brands, when I say Hitachi, Apollo, parts are a lot less as well. So you're not paying the big brand name part prices. So parts are a lot less. These are great quality. Get you out there. They're for the leisure user. They're sturdy. They're fun. I mean, they are very affordable. As you can see, they have the GY6 motor in there. Very reliable throughout the years. Very, very reliable. You just got to take care of everything, you guys. So you can see here, we have the, went through the cotter pins. Make sure all the cotter pins were done properly here. They weren't messed with while it sat outside. You never know who has access to the ATV. And we had to clean it up, of course. Blow it out, clean it up, wipe it down. It was a big mess. Check nuts and bolts. So want to share this with you guys. Again, hopefully you're not taking care of your ATV this way. You definitely want to winterize it. If you plan not to use it for some time, remove that battery. The batteries, small batteries alone, I don't care what brand it is, they just don't do well in the cold. You probably were recently listening to the news in regards of the zero temperatures they had, below zero in Colorado. All those Tesla vehicles just lost all the power in the batteries, in the cars, and the power stations won't work. Well, come on, this is a little battery if you leave it outside. So do the best you can to take care of your batteries. Get a trickle charger and remove it out if you plan not to use it. Flush out your carburetor from all the old gas. Drain all the old gas out of your tank. Carburetor as well. And it's good usually sometimes to jack it up, leave it on some stands if you plan not to use it for a long time. And, you'll get the best out of it. So always keep that in mind when you are planning not to use your ATV. And these ATVs will last you a long time, bring you a lot of fun, enjoyment. They're very affordable. They're good quality for the money you pay. And always keep that in mind. You're not buying a Polaris. You're not spending thousands and thousands. You should never expect that this is the same quality. It's for those that are looking for casual use, leisure use. They're sturdy. They're fun. You can take them off-road. You can enjoy them, but they're not designed to jump and fool around that way. So keep that in mind. Hopefully this helps you guys understand better. This is the Hitachi Pentora 150. It sat out for a long time, out in the elements, particularly in northern Nevada here with the sun, the cold, all the crap in the air we have here with the windstorms we have. So got things running, and it runs really fine now. We'll give it a shot here so you guys can hear it run. GY6 150 motor. Give it a little start. Starts right up. You can see the neutral light up there. Sounds good. Owner will be coming soon here to pick it up. Test driven it. It runs really nice. But again, don't do that to your ATV. So hope you guys find this well. These are all tips for you guys, just so you kind of better understand what to look for if things just don't start. Jump to that carburetor. Always got to start with fuel delivery, air, fuel delivery. Then you can go to electrical. You start with baby steps, then you jump to electrical. Always check to make sure. If air fuel looks good, then you can move to electrical if there's electrical issues, switches going out. You're not going to get any starting. So hope you guys are well. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys soon. Take care.